I'm in my skyhold. I have to apologize because last night it happened again. My mic turned off or something, or it's doped up or dying or something, and in the second video, pretty much the whole video was without commentary. And by pretty much, I mean the whole video because it was only 2 minutes with commentary. And for those of you that actually like to hear my commentary, I'm really sorry. I don't know why that happens, but it's happened twice in the last, like, 2 months.
I've arranged
So,
the Marquis and the Dowager.
it's really, it bothers the shit out of me,
Perhaps they can be useful to us after all.
but I'm going to try to make sure it doesn't happen again. So I'm going to keep having to look over what my video is. Keep looking over at the voiceover and making sure that it's actually coming out. All right, so we've gotten some of our people back. So where are you? I just saw it. We're gonna head into those places. And if I were you, I'd stay out of those places. Wait, I needed to... Where is it? For the judge. Oh.
Any news on rifts beyond reach of the Inquisition?
Yes. And it is not good.
Found the sponsors. I need to find it. Let me go back here. Dorian's request. How much would that be? 51 minutes. Jesus Christ. I gotta find a judge. For the... I gotta get that done. This is... yeah, that one's way...
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Already got that one. Continue what investigation? Well, only one way to find out. Let's get these.
Let us begin.
What the hell is Cullen doing? Alright, well let me look at something. Because I want these videos now to be a little bit more action-packed. I know a lot of you are getting a little tired of watching me talk to everyone. To be fair, when I'm playing it, it's a lot more fun talking to people. It establishes friendships and shit. But if you're looking for action... Alright, let me take a look. Journal, because Solas had something. At the war table, right. Arrange a favor for alright, well, where the hell was it? Exalted Plain. It looks like we're going back to the Exalted Plains. I still want to get rid of some of that red lyrium shit. And I want to kill the people that Cassandra wants. I still want to find that tome. I mean, there's so many little things I want to do, and they would take about a minute if I could find out where they were. Alright. Gotta do a favor for the judge. But where is that? I thought I saw it. I'll probably find it now that I can't do anything about it. It's not these.
We cannot neglect our soldiers' training.
Can we neglect roads? Our allies cannot take the same route through the mountains we did.
What the hell favor do I have to do here? I thought I saw it. What's Dorian's request again?
Inquisitor,
Alright.
the order was sent.
This morning.
I mean, I'm just not seeing anything. Unless I got her sent already. Nobody sent her. Alright, let's go back to the Exalted Plains. Let's help Solas. I think there's a bunch of other shit that I was supposed to do in the Exalted Plains. But let's not waste time at the War Room. I'll go back to that and I'll see what's going on. I'm just trying to advance this this romance between Josefina and Mia. And I also want to make sure that she doesn't get killed in the process. We want to get the requisition set for upgrading the shithole, because it looks terrible with all these things. Didn't see that one. Okay, so... range of... I really don't know. I guess we'll figure it out later. Let's get some of those reports back, and then we'll figure it out later. Right. Well, who the hell am I bring? Well, I gotta bring Solas, of course. And I want to bring... I guess I'll bring Blackwall with me. So where are you, Exalted Plains? Right there. Oh yeah, I gotta unlock these. I gotta get these. I want to get these letters. I still want to get the rifts, and I want to get that. All these shards here. Where is Solas's thing? Right there. Oh, and I still want to find a Dalish camp. Wow, I'm not even... Eee. I guess this is the closest one. Shit. Alright, so I want to go with Blackwall. I want to go with Solas. And... let's do some Varric action. Haven't used Varric in a while, so it seems. Well, I do want to unlock those doors, though. But I can get back to that. Let's worry about the task at hand here. As you know, I've been playing through Halo Master Chief series. Actually, I should say it right. I've been playing through Halo Master Chief series. I'm towards the end of the third one. I'm getting really into it, but I'm noticing a pattern. And I'm going to talk about this when I do my year-end review later this month. Sometime this month. I'm going to talk about it when I review the game, when I do my year-end review. But it gets a little frustrating. I mean, it's so funny. Like, I can't understand, and I said it before. The Halo games were released 2001 on the Xbox, 2004 on the Xbox, 2007 on the Xbox 360, and 2012 on the Xbox 360. And the funny thing about it is,
Inquisitor.
In 2007, Mass Effect was released. In 2007, Mass Effect was released, and Mass Effect's graphics were really, really good, and I gotta get a core. They were really great, and, you know, it seemed very impressive and everything, and these look kind of goofy. And you know, it's just weird to me, considering what those looked like. You know, like I was saying, what the Mass Effect graphics and other games, like, you know, Resident Evil 5 came out at that time, around that time. Considering what those graphics looked like, these just looked kind of crappy, and they look kind of Xbox One-ish. And I don't understand why. I mean, they should have been, they could have been, and they should have been a lot better. Why? Oh, there it is. But I don't know. But like, but that's not the issue. The issue, I mean, it's pretty funny because you're playing a game. You're playing a game that came out 2001. You know, and I think it's lost some of its luster over the years. So, yeah. I don't care about your door right now. I think it's lost some luster over the years. So, I mean, they're pretty good games. I mean, the third one, of course, is my favorite, and I cannot wait to play the fourth one. And just the fact that the fourth one, which only came out a couple of years ago, was also on this, and I still haven't even touched the multiplayer yet. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get into the multiplayer on that one. Because I got so much shit going on here. Like, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of games I'm playing through right now. It's like... And again, I mean, it's not necessary, but... Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying playing this game, and I do want to play through the Dark Souls games. For you guys. I mean, I don't know if I can compete with the people that have been playing Dark Souls on this channel for the last few years. I mean, on this site for the last few years. But I'll try. Yeah, I mean, I'm phenomenal at playing through it myself, the solo campaign. Fighting people is another story. I suck at fighting people. I always get killed unless somebody really awful and they just don't really know how to play the game. Because, you know, like, it's different. I don't really empower my weapons. I tend not to do a lot of dodging. Yeah, kill that terror. I'm still trying to find out what that death blow does. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Now, one of my good YouTube friends, and Connolly, I think that's the name. That's your name. I hope. Otherwise, I'll make a fool of myself. Mentioned that I should probably do like a build type video, like others have been doing, and I mentioned, and I want to mention to you. You know, to you all, the reason why I don't do those videos when it comes to to Dragon Age is because I basically do easy builds with Dragon Age. My builds are, I master one aspect and then see where I go from there. So it's a little different. Like, I play this game a little differently. I mean, it works for me. I get through these games pretty much on a nice level. You know what, you little fucks? Now you're gonna die. Or maybe I'm gonna die. Oh, Jesus. Look at this. You got a Revenants. Oh, you revived Varric. That was very nice, yeah. And now I gotta get back up on my feet. So yeah, so I don't really like, as you're noticing, I basically just master like one aspect and then go from there. And a lot of people that play these games would probably say, well, this is why you suck at them and why you keep dying on normal difficulty, and you know, people that are good at it can kill a dragon on hard difficulty, and I wouldn't even try that one. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why I was not that great at Dragon Age. Did you guys? How did you guys use up 5 potions already? Really? Shit. Yeah, but I guess this is why I wasn't really that good at Dragon Age, because I don't really get the whole click, stop the game, look over at the, you know, the entire scope of the map. You know, like I said, I'd go for it. I just go right in on it. Now, if it came to like Mass Effect or something like that, I would be able to play. Well, I used to be able to play that on the hardest difficulty, because that was a little different. You know, that was my kind of speed, where I just kind of like, it's like a first-person. I'm kind of a first-person shooter type, which is weird because I never really played first-person shooter games. But like, I'm more of like a distance fighter, which is why I'm kind of getting into the multiplayer again, even though I shouldn't be, because I'm going to totally sell this game and get the Xbox One version for it. Like, the moment I'm done with this playthrough, I'm going to do that. But I really got into it now because I finished playing as a warrior, as a legionnaire, which I don't think I'm ever going to use that character again until, you know, I get like a serious amount of armor. But I've
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned.
But I've gotten rid of that legionnaire, and I'm using a wow, what happened there?
One of the mages. Killed by arrows, it would seem.
Bandits by the look of it.
But shit.
These aren't mages. The bodies are burned, and these claw marks. No. No, no, no.
But now I get to play as a hunter, and I finished with a group on the easiest difficulty, because I was only on level 1.
My friend. Ah!
The mages turned your friend into a demon.
Yes.
You said it was a spirit of wisdom, not a fighter.
A spirit becomes a demon when denied its original purpose.
So they summoned it for something so opposed to its own nature that it was corrupted. Fighting.
Whoa.
Let us ask them.
A mage! You're not with the bandits? Do you have any lyrium potions? Most of us are exhausted. We've been fighting that demon.
You summoned that demon! Except it was a spirit of wisdom at the time. You made it kill! You twisted it against its purpose!
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied demons, but after you help us, I can...
We are here to hear you help you.
Word of advice? I'd hold off on explaining how demons work to my friend here.
Listen to me. I was one of the foremost experts in the Kirkwall Circle.
Shut up. You summoned it to protect you from the bandits.
Yes.
You bound it to obedience, then commanded it to kill. That is when it turned. The summoning circle. We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
What? The binding is the only thing keeping the demon from killing us. Whatever it was before, it is a monster now.
Inquisitor, please!
I've studied rituals like this. I should be able to disrupt the binding quickly.
Thank you.
Well, don't think we have to worry about that now.
We must hurry!
No, no. Binding. Oh, that took long, huh? I really wish you'd... I really wish you would... Oh, did that... Yeah, you get its attention. Okay. Now where's the third one? Aha. Get it? Keep it going. I want to sneak up on this summoning stone. It seems like it's getting an idea of where I am. Okay, now they're all broken. Very nicely done, gentlemen.
Lethaline, Mirabelos.
Tel Abalos en Asel Atalim. Mamilava Halani. Malasuladina das. Magilani Midinam.
Manuvinin. Dareth Sharal.
I'm sorry, Solas.
Don't be. We gave it a moment's peace before the end. That's more than it might have had. All that remains now is them.
Thank you. We would not have risked a summoning, but the roads are too dangerous to travel unprotected.
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just the spirit. The book said it could help us.
Solas.
Never again. I need some time alone. I will meet you back at Skyhold.
Does that mean he left? Yeah, he did. Ouch. Okay, let's see. Well, I have a rift here, and I have... I mean, we kind of... Ooh. You know what? Let's... Yeah, let's go back to the camp, and let's change the party. Let's put another member in here. Member. Let's get Dorian on board. Unless it's Vivian. And Vivian? Who's the one I've used?
Nothing.
Let's yeah, fuck it. I'll just wait. Now let's rest, because I want to rest. I want to get that... I always press B. I'm not supposed to be pressing B. Let's go through... Okay. Oh yeah, I want to go to the Dalish camp. I also want to see if I can get... I think I have more than enough of you guys. Let's get the horse out here, man. Alright, horse. So I want to take this road and I want to find that landmark. We're on the right path. We just got to go straight. Yeah, the apostates are doing a wonderful job screwing up this area, aren't they? Oh, should be right here. Oh yeah, that's right. I think the reason why I didn't get this is because I have no idea how to get up there. Well, I'm gonna find out now. Hey, folks. Well, it's not that way. Actually, yeah, let's try this first. Is it upwards or downwards? Now, I'm sure you guys don't want to see me circling around these rocks again. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. Oh, for Christ's sake. Where'd you all come from? There's no Fade Rift here. Oh, hooey, hey, hooey, hooey. So like, this is the only problem I have is when I want to get somewhere and it's like I can't because encased in unscalable rocks. Come on, man. How the hell would I get up there? No. No. Like, if I can't jump up here, then how the hell am I going to get... You kidding me? Through all that trouble, it's not even there? Where the hell is it? Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Flame. Now how the hell do I get up here without having to go through all this trouble? And now I can find more shards that I can't actually find. 1, 2...
Planning on settling that 50-crown debt anytime soon, Sparkler?
A 3.
If I don't, do you have tiny enforcers come strip me of my holdings?
No.
It says 6. You'd think they'd be like, oh yeah, bang bang, boom bang, boom.
Family.
You may my mo.
All right, you win. This time.
One more. And spot the shard that I'll never find. Rather rocky plane. There we go. All right. Now I would think that a plane would be flatter. Well, I can't really go down here without killing. So let me go down here and not kill myself. Oh, there's a shard somewhere around. And there it is. Look at that. Now that one was easy to find. And now there's supposed to be another one right here. Maybe it's on top of this bridge thing. Pardon me, Varric. Nope. It's probably up on that. Doggone it. How would I get up there? Why would these elves build so much shit on top of all these rocks? I mean, I have 7 more of those landmarks to claim. Oh, god damn it! Ah! Couldn't it just be like right here? No, it is up there. Alright, you know what? Fuck that. I want to get... So let's get there. Let's hang with the Dale... they look pretty Dalish to me, don't they? You guys got anything I can read? Hey, buddy, can't you read? Ooh, shard! If it's right here, then I'll go get it. If I have to... Nope, it's right here. I already claimed this, and I didn't know that there was a shard there? The hell was I looking at? Oh, I didn't claim it. Oh. Look at that. Well, I got another logging stand, which will help me upgrade. I thought I claimed that already. Only got one more. Wow, these are just hanging around, aren't they? I will not explore your caverns. Not now. First, I want to find the Dalish, as Zevran used to call him. I was once a Dalish. Sorry. I keep trying to adjust my, my mic. It keeps falling over. Well, now we're really starting to get deeper into the Exalted. Well, these are the Dalish that we were seeking.
These are not good times to come unbidden before the people, especially here, where we remember the destruction of our home at the hands of humans. My patience is thin with all that has befallen. Perhaps you should be on your way.
What has befallen your clan?
The Orlesian War has hindered our progress through the dirt. The armies cause rock slides. They dig ditches that trip the Hala and destroy the Arabals, making passage impossible. Precisely when the clan needs him most, my first, Tavin, defies my wishes and mounts an excursion to the Emerald Graves. And now, I've learned that the grounds of Far Balanaris are infested by angry spirits from the beyond.
I can deal with that for you.
My clan and I would be deeply grateful if you could, and be mindful of the resting places of our dead. Far Balanaris is sacred ground.
Why do elves call this plain the Dearth?
When the people settled here, we called it Dearth of Erin. The promise. For the Dales were promised to us by Andraste. It is still the Dearth to us, even if the Shemlin give it a name that recalls our destruction. Another time.
Shemlin is the Dalish word for human. It means like unlearned or something like that. It's not very becoming. Well, we have a fast travel here.
Mathalan asked Valoran, where are you?
Who's Valorin?
My brother. He's been sullen for a while because the Keeper chose another as his apprentice. He thinks it's a slight, but it isn't. He just wasn't ready. Keeper Howen wants him to wait. Then he took off 3 nights ago on his own. I don't know what he was thinking. The Keeper sent hunters to search, but they never found a trace. Mathal's mercy. If anything's happened.
Yeah, Dalish always have shit for me to read. Now, I don't really want to deal with Dalish now.
Greetings, stranger.
Are you a merchant of some sort?
I am Taniel, the clan's craftsman. Leather, ironbark. These are my specialities. However, Keeper Howen has forbidden trade with outsiders we do not know or trust.
I know what that means. That means I gotta make him trust me by doing some kind of side quest or
You were
something.
the one they called the Herald of Andraste. I've heard so much about you and your Inquisition. There's talk, even amongst the Dalish.
I should go.
What do they say exactly?
Well, the clans are worried about what this might mean for us. The Dalish, that is. No matter what they say, your Inquisition is the only thing trying to help the world. I wish I could be a part of that.
Good lad. The world doesn't change without people to change it.
It won't happen. Keeper Howen won't allow it. He doesn't trust anything to do with the Chantry or Andraste.
I could try to convince your keeper.
You could try.
I'll take my leave.
Elkanan, the stores are so low.
You seem troubled.
It's nothing. Just our stores. With the Shem War and the demons, replenishing them has been difficult. For one, we're almost out of herbs, and we lack materials to repair the Aravals. I don't even remember. There's so much we're missing. It's all written in my ledger.
And there's a ledger too that we gotta...
Please don't get too close to the Hala. They're unused to strangers.
I won't disturb them. Rest easy.
Maseranus, I did not expect such kindness from a stranger. May I ask, traveling these plains, have you come across a golden Hala? I fear human soldiers may kill her. If she would only draw close, I could gain her trust. I could protect her.
I've never heard of a golden Hala.
The legend is not well known, even among the people. We call her Hanel Gillen, a pathfinder. In times of great need, she comes to show us the way.
Why do you think soldiers hunt your Hala?
pelts and horns sell for gold in Shem markets, I hear. And if they were golden. Goodbye then.
Nice. So we got a whole lot of side quests here that are mounting up.
Greetings to you.
Alright, well, what's down here? Just a little pen with rash vine. Alright, well, let's get back to Skyhold. And let's talk to... I could do that. You know, no, I can come back here later. Let's go back to Skyhold. And let's talk to Solas and see what's up with him. We still have to do that. We still have to go find Hawk and Stroud. I think a couple of more levels, and I'll do that. There's another area I want to check out where we have to fight the Avar. There were certain things I didn't take care of in the last playthrough there that I want to now. And now that I'm at level 12, it shouldn't be a problem. Although it's probably better to go up another level before you... Like, if the enemies you're facing are level 12, you probably want to be on 13, 14, something like that. But we should be alright. Mostly corpses. You've seen how I pissed through corpses, and these are corpses without armor, so it should not be a problem.
Inquisitor.
How are you, Solas?
It hurts. It always does. But I will survive.
Thank you for coming back.
You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep. I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
I'll let you get back to work.
All right. Thank you again.
Alright, so he's back. Ooh, we got a lot of experience points on that. Let's go shopping. I want to sell some crap. I need you or you. I'll keep you and I'll keep... Actually, let me, and I still have to deal with my specialization. Oh, there's Blackwall. I wonder where you are.
This is just... It's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
I'm pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate. But so be it. I suppose you've earned my loyalty and girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I even thanked him.
What is this Grand Tourney?
You've never heard of it? The Grand Tourney of the Free Marches. It's a spectacle. Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
How did he help you?
There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself. The knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers. The goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
That was generous of him.
He said I stood to gain everything, while he'd lose nothing. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
You're here now, a Grey Warden. It worked out.
I suppose it did, didn't it? But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Yeah, Blackwall seems like the type of dude that's very hard to...
There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me.
To get on his bad side.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision to join you.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of Wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
If this is true, then all Wardens are in danger. Even you. We'd better find your brothers.
I agree. If Hawk's given you an idea where to start, we should get moving immediately.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Short answer. Stick it with swords until it stops moving.
I'll trust that you know what you're talking about.
We'll manage, if it comes to that.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, you're not saying anything about the whole sucking up its soul. Here are my specialists. I still haven't gotten what I needed to learn from them. I'm kind of curious because when you were a rogue in previous inceptions of Dragon Age, you could either be an assassin, a duelist, or... Assassin, duelist, or... Holy shit. How can I not remember this? Anyway. Now they got like these other classifications. It's kind of different. Well, obviously, if there are other classifications. Let's go see what the Iron Bull has to say for himself. Let's actually hang out with the Iron Bull. If we can. See what Sarah's... Will you get off the chair, bro?
What's going on?
You got nothing to say, huh?
See you later, Bull.
Alright.
With you, boss.
Just hanging out at the bar with your friend that keeps sitting and standing on top of a chair. I mean, you want to sit on a chair, but not on the... You don't want to have your feet on the actual seat. Even though the words rhyme. Ooh. Wait, no, I've examined that like a million. Sarah! Got anything new for me?
Hang on.
Nope.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go.
I'm totally going to get with her when I've... The Tempest. That's with one of them. That wasn't the one of the classifications that I was thinking about. When I'm an elven dude, I'm definitely going to get with that.
Right. That's why.
Just so that you know. And that will be part of my...
It's behind the door. Some doors should stay shut.
I'd like to talk about what happened to you before we met.
Before you, Rhys was my friend. He showed me I was wrong to kill the mages. I thought I was helping them. Then he and Evangeline went to Adamant, and I went with them. I was worried Evangeline would hurt Rhys. We found out dangerous things. It scared Seeker Lambert, and he scared the mages. It started the rebellion. Seeker Lambert told me what I was. Rhys couldn't look at me. I ran until I found more Templars. That's all.
What was the Spire like when the Mage Rebellion started?
Dead and dying, begging and bloody. Some wanted freedom, some peace, some war. Some wanted it all to stop. Evangeline was a Templar, but she helped Rhys help the others. She set them free. Adrian was a mage, but she killed mages to force the fight. She wanted blood. Rhys just wanted to help, to stop people hurting. Maybe that's why he saw me.
What can you tell me about Rhys?
What can you tell me about the stealth system?
He saw me when most couldn't, and he remembered. He helped me, and I watched over him. I worried Evangeline would hurt him. She was a Templar, but she didn't like hurting people. When I left, she stayed. Now she watches over him. They should have been with the rebels. Maybe they ran away together instead. Neither of them like killing.
If you like, I could use the resources of the Inquisition to locate your friend.
No. If they are alive and safe, they should stay away. The last time he saw me, he didn't want to look at me. He saw a monster. Let him forget.
What did you mean when you said you killed mages?
Some of the mages at the Spire wanted to die. Too sad, too scared, too much. I didn't know what I was. A ghost, I thought. Fading in the fade. When I came to them, they could see me. I used the knife to set them free. When Rhys found out, he made me stop, made me understand. There were other ways to help. I didn't know.
Sounds like you didn't know what you were doing.
No, I killed people. I knew. I just thought I had to. They were hurting, helpless, haunted. It was all I could do. It was wrong. I was wrong. If I start again, you or Cassandra or Cullen need to kill me.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about his opinions.
Adamant Fortress.
Pretty much states him right there.
Full of sadness and pain. It should be torn down. The veil is thin. We found a demon there. It had touched a man and made him real again. It scared Rhys and Evangeline. The man wasn't supposed to be real. Then the demon found us. It put me back in the cupboard on the bad day. Rhys and Evangeline saved me.
You said Seeker Lambert told you what you were.
I'm hiding Rhys from him, but he chants words and sees. I won't let you hurt Rhys. My nose explodes, a shower of blood. Just another parasite that's wormed its way into our world, feeding off all the things you can't have. What we found at Adamant made him angry. We were the first rock rolling at the top of a mountain. He had to stop us. He killed so many. He didn't care. Cold, corrupt. So I came and killed him.
If you hated Seeker Lambert, why go to the Seeker Fortress?
Because he was right. I was a demon. I saw demons at Adamant. They put people in the dark, in the old hurts. I didn't want to be that. I heard the old songs of the Templars at Val Royeaux and followed them. If I forgot, fought, fell to felling, Templars would kill the demon. I wouldn't hurt anyone again.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of... Ooh. Oh yeah, I already had that.
There is no other man. He becomes the other man to do the things he can't.
No, you know what? I'm going to leave him alone for now. I'm sure you don't want to waste another hour on that.
Could be better.
Actually, instead...
I'll keep an eye out. Thank you.
Let's go to... Let's go to the smith... I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it, but you saw it. You see what's going on. The motherfucking guy is standing on top of a motherfucking chair. Hi, Cassandra. You got any advice?
Anything you need.
Do you have any advice for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems. A Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Yes, Cassandra. Okay, we need some death root, too, by the way. And knife material. I don't even know what knife materials are. See, I mean, those demands are kind of iffy.
Looking for someone to talk your ear off? I think I can oblige.
Yeah. You got nothing new for me.
Inquisitor, Do you have a moment? What were you like before the anchor? Has it affected you? Changed you in any way? Your mind? Your morals? Your spirit?
I don't believe so.
Ah.
Why do you ask?
You show a wisdom I have not seen since my deepest journeys into the ancient memories of the Fade. You are not what I expected.
I don't think of myself as different from anyone.
Perhaps not in the form of your body, no. But you have shown a subtlety in your actions. A wisdom that goes against everything I know of your people.
I'm just one part of this team, Solas. What about Cassandra or Liliana?
Cassandra separates matters of faith from those of the world. And she above all should understand how limited that is. Liliana has a brilliant mind, but her faith was damaged. To her, it is all a game of tactics now. But not you.
So what does this mean, Solas?
It means that I respect you deeply, Inquisitor. And I have disturbed you enough for one evening.
Like I said, you're going to find out who Solas really is, and it's actually a pretty impressive reveal. I mean, it's nice to see that my room is in great condition, but the building itself is in shit condition. I don't want to go that way. I want to go down the staircase. Now, like I said, I mean, I thought I had some pretty good... I thought I had a pretty good relationship with Dorian, but I don't think I'm getting any more out of him. I actually have to drop off some shit to the... to my... what she called? The Tranquil, the... Well, anyway. I gotta drop shit off to her anyway. Sorry, wrong door.
How can I help?
Okay.
We'll talk later. Goodbye.
Yeah, we'll talk later to him. I mean, there's so much more you can discuss. But again, I'm thinking more about you guys. The important one to have a conversation with is, of course, Josephine. Because I'm trying to romance her.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius's son. He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead. The blight caught up with him.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
With the two of you...
Felix and I? No. I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life, by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Well, I guess that's his way of complimenting.
Here we are again.
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hossberg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. And the guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One of my priorities.
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. I'm not exactly built to fit in. At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up. Sad, really.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
I should go. No, I thought I did. Yeah, Dorian, as long as you're siding with mages, Dorian's at your side. Get it?
What is it?
Okay, Vivian's got nothing new. We're just not going to hit it off with her. This is what's going to happen. Are you sure? I thought I had something.
At your service, my lord.
Anything I should know?
I've agents stationed by the ruins of Haven, should Corypheus or his lackeys return. So far nothing, and the breach has been quiet for some time. There is something at least.
I'll leave you to your work.
Alright, let's go back down to the main hall. Oh yeah, I wanted to go to the smithy. Now, I heard that you could romance Leliana, but I don't see how any opportunities arise from that one. Leliana was the easier one of all of the romances in the first Dragon Age and in Dragon Age Origins. Yes, Mother Giselle.
My Lord Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Oh. Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
Familiar? We've never met, if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm only curious whether you know of his...
Uh-oh.
situation. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Just what kind of meeting do you have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
They don't want Dorian to know. That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
Lying for the sake of doing good.
Trap. I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case. But if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for, is it not?
Alright, well, looks as though we've got a little side quest for Dorian because we've been pretty friendly with Dorian. So, this side quest is to trick him into talking to his parents. We could take care of that. There's something else I want to do first. But...
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived.
You should see for yourself.
Where is my Arcanist? That's eerie.
Hello there.
Oh. Dwarf.
Well, don't just stand there slack-jawed. Let's figure out what you need.
Yeah, let's get an Orlesian bed. What kind of weapon can I... I mean, nothing really... Although that's nice. That's pretty nice, too. I guess I can deal with that when I actually have... When can I use that motherfucker? Arcanist. There you are.
You're the magical advisor.
You're him, the Inquisitor. I'm Dagna.
Dagna! I didn't even realize that was Dagna!
Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. And the breach was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
I welcome you to the Inquisition and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Harriet's devices. The precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old thinking.
Is what now?
No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
The Ferelden Circle, man.
Myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar. I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. The wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
You seemed impressed by the anchor. What does it look like to you?
I heard what everyone says what you heard Corypheus say. That's a long chain of who said what's. To me, it says key. But keys do a lot of things. Open, lock, switch. Some open one thing, some open everything. It sounds like Corypheus made it to open, but it looks like you can use it to close. It may be that simple. It sure is pretty. Wish I could see through it.
You were quick to join the Inquisition. Is there something you want?
How could I waste a chance to get close to you? And Corypheus? My goodness. And actual physical rifts in the Veil? Also, dwarves? We don't dream. So, when mages talk about it, I can only, well, dream what it would be like. So there's that, and all the things you'll probably find, and what I'll get to make. The rules are different here. Plus, you're paying me a lot. Like, wow, so much.
Yep, that's Dagna.
What qualifies you to be an arcanist?
I took the title because I'm a magical researcher, philosopher, and master of practical application. And I like it. I can't actually do magic because I'm a dwarf, but that also means no risk of possession. Safer than a mage. It means that every skill I have, I've learned through reason and understanding. Coming from the Smith caste, I know the value of mastering a craft. Did you know dwarves invented enchanting? Probably.
What is it you do exactly?
I was born to the forge. That's literal in the Smith caste. So the hammer and tongue, that's like a heartbeat. But you've a man for that already, and a good one. I'm here because of my passion for magic. Magical study, magical theory, magical enchantment, and through it, the manipulation of masterworks. I studied it all with an objective eye. No secrets, no fears. That lets me apply principles like no other. Maybe one other, but I don't have that wonky of a mind, so I still kind of win.
What's the story with enchanting?
Lyrium is the heart. In certain rational patterns, it beats like something alive. That's how I see it. So, a mage can make your weapons do things, but with the right runes, the right rarities, your toys become wonders. It's the one thing mages can't do. Drives them mad. Literally. Dwarves are resistant, so it doesn't affect us. Mostly.
You have the ability to make exceptional weapons and armor. Masterworks.
There's an art to the forge, as well as enchanting. You need an ear for it. And hands. Eyes, too. Nothing bad to say about Herod on that front. He's wonderful. But there's this little more needed. With the right bits, an edge can be more than an edge. Armor can do more than protect. A hue can be just a bit brighter. In short, smithing can be more. In short.
Another time, Dagna.
Of course. Bring me what you want made, and I'll make sure it goes just right.
I'll get this quickly before I stop. For those of you that don't know, Dagna came in the first Dragon Age Origins. She was an Orzammar, and she was studying magic, and she wanted to join the Circle, but she wasn't a mage. So you had the option of telling her to go back to her father, because her father was totally against the idea, and if she left, she could never go back. Talking to her father, who owned a shop nearby, letting her go to the Circle, or convincing her to stay home. I always convinced her to go to the Circle. So there she is. I understand why that was a big deal and a choice to make in the Dragon Keep version. So I will be right back with more Dagna, and we'll see what she can do for us.